Good evening. It's Saturday, August the 14th, and this is the Blackman Who Reads Aloud, reading from the North Carolina slave narratives today. Today we're reading the story of Herndon, or reading the recollections of Herndon Bogan. Mr. Bogan was interviewed at the state prison in Raleigh, North Carolina. These are his words, his recollection. I was born in Union County, South Carolina, on the plantation of Dr. Bogan, who owned both my mammy Isaiah and my pap Edwith. There was 6 of us children: Claire, Lula, Joe, Tux, Mac, and me. I don't remember much about slavery days except that my white folks was good to us. There was a heap of slaves, maybe 150. I remember that we worked hard, but we had plenty to eat, and war had been we did wear wood shoes. I can barely recollect for the war that I seen a heap of cocks fighting and pitting a heap of horses racing. When the master win, he give us niggas a big dinner or a dance, but if he lost, oh. My daddy was give to the doctor when the doctor was married, and they sure loved each other. One day, master, he comes in and he says the Yankees is aiming to try to take his niggas from him, but they ain't, but they am gonna catch hell while they does hit. When he says that, he starts talking the flow. I kind of leave your missus and your kin, Edwin, he says. But Pa allows, with all the respect for your wife, and she a Yankee too, and I'd rather go with you till the war. Please, massa, let me go with you to fight them damn Yanks. At first, Massa fusses, then he says, all right. So off they goes to the war. Massa on the big horse and my pap on the strong mule, along with the blankets and things. It tells me that old Massa got shot one night and that Paps grabbed the gun for it hits the earth and lets the Yanks have it. I remembers that them was bad days for South Carolina. We gave all the food to the soldiers, and Mrs. and she got some Yankee folk in the war, learns to eat cabbage and crushing berries. I remember on the day of the surrender, leastways the day that we heard about it, up comes a Yankee and asks to see my missus. I is shaking. I is that scared, but I bucks up and tells him that my missus don't wanna see no blue coat. He grins and tells me to skedaddle. And about then my missus comes out, and so help me if and she done hung that dreaded Yank. After a while I gathers that he's her brother, but at first I ain't see no sense in her crying and saying thank God and over and over. Well, sir, the massa and pap was what had gone off and healthy and riding fine beasts, come back walking, and they look sick. Massa and as white as cotton, and so help me if my pop, who was black as sin, ain't pale too. After a few years, I goes to work in Spartansburg as a houseboy. Then I gets a job with the Southern Railroad, and I goes to Charlotte to night watch the tracks. I stays there 18 years, but one night I kills a white hobo who was trying to rob me of my gold watch and chain, and they gives me 18 months. I've been here 6 already. He was a white boy, and just a boy, a white man and just a boy, and I sorry, but I comes here anyhow. I heard a old woman in Charlotte tell once about witching in slavery times there in Mecklenburg County. She's around 90, so I reckon she knows. She said that if anybody wanted to be a witch, he would draw a circle on the ground just at the edge of dark and get in the circle and squat down. That he tear, set, and talk to the devil, and he must say, I will have nothing to do with religion, and I want you to make me a witch. After that, he must boil a black cat, a bat, and a bunch of herbs and drink the soup, and then he was really a witch. When you wanted to witch somebody, she said that you could take that stuff, just a little bit of it, and put it under that person's doorsteps, and they'd be sick. You go through the keyhole or down the chimney or through the chinks in the log house, and you could ride a person just like riding a horse. That person can keep you out of his house by laying the broom for they do and putting a pin cushion full of pins side of the bed do if and he a mind to. That person can kill you too by drawing your picture and shooting in the head or the heart too. There's a heap of ways to tell fortune that she done told me, but I's done forgot now, except coffee grinds and a little of the others. You can't tell it what to do. Case it takes knowing how it show does. And that is the end of this slavery recollection today on the Blackman Who Reads Aloud. I coming to tomorrow. I'm excited because tomorrow is the 15th of August and we're doing our reparations towards repatriation meeting. Have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon.